with the Sylas instead, but no. Of all the bans they could go for, throwing respect onto the Jax of Cube. And right, Cube has been a standout on Jax. It's been one of his premier picks so far this split.
Ooh, okay. So we get Kalista first pick. Now, we saw last time around that the Renata was something that RA took away as a response. Lyric, sorry, hard to think. The music just pumping at the moment for this pick ban. Obviously, they went backstage and said, Rookie, where would you like the music? And he just turned the knob all the way up, and now we're blasting it.
Yeah, Rookie's vibing. Rookie's feeling himself. He's feeling it. And now we're going to see if RA can also vibe, can also feel themselves. I wonder if they would like to go towards something like an Amumu themselves and kind of show the same spirit that V5 did in that game 1. But a lot of aggression coming out of their 2v2, even if we didn't see too many kills. And the Nidalee, something that you pointed out, was taken away in game 1 by V5 on blue side. Now left open. Leyan going to get his hands on a signature pick.
Okay, so him and Shun actually picked this up this split as well. It's kind of fun to see, considering that we now have a comp from Rare Adam, Lyric, that you could swear was V5's. We've completely swapped. Look at the tempo that team wants to play through.
Right? I mean, having a champion like Nidalee, clears fast, be able to get ahead of the enemy jungler, have lanes that if Prio can open up for those invades to come out. And now, seeing what Strive or Cube are willing to use to set this up for, right? Because typically, you want to bring soul laners that have set up. We've seen some Renekton rear its head back in the LPL. I remember one of those games was specifically with the Nidalee. We have things like Set, which you can bring out in the mid lane. Doesn't really seem like Strive's play style, so to speak. But I guess even things like Twisted Fate, right? Even if you aren't bringing mixed damage, setting up spears with a gold card is one of the tried and true mottos in League of Legends history.
Oh, yeah. Okay, mid lane ban coming through. Once again, similar to last game, but last time it was against Strive. I'm kind of wondering the direction here, Lyric, because if you're talking about things like Twisted Fate, also we know things like Galio.
Sylas ban could signal that as well, right? Being one of the kind of go-to answers into that pick.
But Renekton ban, okay. We're going a different direction at the very least, but this is what we saw in the IG game when the Nidalee got drafted in. The Renekton paired up with it was a very combo heavy duo.
Yeah, definitely those are the three champions that I feel like we see most often, right? Renekton obviously being the top one, TF, Set now in mid lane are the other ones. But RA are an IG, so again, I don't really expect Strive to be able to pull that one through. Looking at where V5 could go with their next rotation, I'm kind of interested in, because you could cement Rich up with something like the Gwen, but no, instantly going to go towards Lissandra, even with RA being off the table.
So it gives Rich a counter pick, right? So we get something solid for Rookie in the mid lane. We have a lot of AoE here, Lyric, and Rich gets the counterplay. You were talking about Twisted Fate, but the angle from Strive this time around it seems to be right on the money.
Yeah, right. Just bringing more point and clicks. You see things that can guarantee that spears land, and you set up for Nidalee to be this huge damage dealer in team fights. Also to enable your side lanes to be able to do quite well. We didn't see a lot of play towards the Kalista Amumu in game 1, at least in the first, 5 to 8 minutes of the game. It was kind of post Herald, where we saw a lot more attention be brought to the bot side. And RA can look to do the same. Now for Cube, like you said, I mean, Rich going to have counter picks, so you're really going to have to look where your heart wants to go in terms of a blind. Gnar, been one of the go-tos. Isn't something in my mind that you set up for as well with a Twisted Fate, but definitely still some opportunities there, depending on what we see Rich bring out. And if Rich hops into this, I mean, once you can bait out the ultimate, right, Kale, bit of a sitting duck for those plays with the Destiny.
It would put Rich in a crazy position, considering that we've once again feel like we've swapped drafts completely. And for V5, playing themselves back a little bit. Hang on a minute.
Yes!
That's so much better, Lyric. That's just so much better than watching a Kale.
Another tried and true counter pick into the Gnar, being able to just aggress, find those all-ins when he is in mini, stack up your passive, you have the damage, you land the E, and just really make Gnar's life a living hell. Pretty interesting that they opt into taking it when they are up against a Twisted Fate, right? Because theoretically, Strive should be able to get up towards the top lane first and find more influence in the matchup. but maybe we'll see Rookie and Xiaolongbao just doing what they did last game. Constantly playing with mid-jungle in Leyan's face up towards that top side, so they'll always be in the area of Strive's looking to make the play, or, right, even just making it hard for Strive to move. When you have that vision control around mid lane, when you are in his jungler's face, and he's looking to have to play more reactive for helping out Leyan. So I think a lot is going to be in the same vein of how Victory 5 played in Game 1, at least in regards to Rookie and Xiaolongbao being the tried and true force, to where for RA, it's about getting to that point where Destiny is online and really setting up for punishing the Irelia, but also just guaranteeing that Nidalee can be able to find her combo, find her damage, and not let the Irelia snowball out of control.
Because for me, it's funny, like, the same narrative remains true of RA. Leyan and Strive have a big part to play in the second game. Leyan especially on this Nidalee, which hasn't been a popular pick in the LPL split. Like, we saw Shun fail on it, unfortunately, despite getting a bit of an early game lead the other day. But a lot of junglers, they stick towards Zhao and Lee Sin. We know the direction Viego, Wukong. This is going to be the second game of Nidalee in the LPL this split. And Leyan's pocket versus the strength of that mid-jungle of V5. Will it be enough, Lyric? Because I think it's fair to say a bit of a timer put on here for RA. Does it matter that there's no tank? Does it matter that there's no hard front line until maybe Xiaolongbao, say, you know, Rookie, depending on with his blend of items?
Yeah, I don't think it should be too bad for the side of V5, right? I mean, Xiaolongbao's ult's going to do so much. Rookie's going to be buying so much space, and even just having the hostile takeover to buy even more space for Photic to be able to do well should be quite fine. And even on the side of RA, right? Like, Cube's going to be tanky. Amumu, you're a support, so you don't get all too many items in this game. Like, the front line won't be unbearable as RA might get caught out.
I mean,
oh, they
V5
will.
grouped up as
V5 have it.
They're looking at all the crossing coming through. Yuyanjia and iBoy out there. Strive's going back mid. Peekaboo! As he flashes over the wall, Strive gets out, but that's an easy summoner advantage, and V5 just had to look at him for it.
Yeah, V5 didn't have to commit anything. And when we've highlighted that V5 are going to probably look to play very similarly to they did in Game 1 in terms of setting up Xiaolongbao for success and finding these invades and shutting the Nidalee and Twisted Fate out of the game, that is exactly the kind of start you want.
Oh, yeah, and when you look at Rookie and how he's been playing this lane, how he's been playing all his lanes since spring, I could even go back further. Seems devastating. Is Xiaolongbao going to be met with Leyan? There's a level advantage here, but Xiaolongbao needs to be on with the smite here as Leyan doesn't have his own. Smite coming into range, flash away from the spear. Xiaolongbao just needed his blue and now level 2 as Leyan continues to chase at him. That'll push him out of his own jungle, so advantage swung back to RA.
Yeah, if there's one thing that the invade did do, right, is that it gave RA time to where they know Leyan, hits the spear.
And the pounce is on immediately. Electrocute taken here. Xiaolongbao wants to knock up, but Rookie can't get near him close enough. First blood over to Leyan. The Nidalee pocket pick massive. As Photic's still level 1, they can't do a thing.
No, especially if you look at the minimap, Yuyanjia already making his way over to make sure Leyan can look for the invade unharmed. But V5, they find the summoner at level 1, but it also means that Leyan's going to be starting his camp before Xiaolongbao even gets back to his blue. So nice read by Leyan to know, like, hey, I'm going to be level 2 first. I could look for this invade. I could look to fight him. And even stealing away the Raptors as we see what happened down in bot side. Seems like they blew his cleanse. Yep. Advantage toss lands, and that is what went down. So RA with a nice bounce back from Strive having to burn Flash.
At the very least, Gronk was picked up from Xiaolongbao, so yeah, RA still with a positive early game despite the flash from the mid laner. But as Leyan clears up that ward, you can see that Xiaolongbao is going to continue his clear. And now what do you do here, Lyric? Because Leyan obviously with an advantage with first blood. This Nidalee's on the board, and we obviously want to see it continue.
Yeah, I would expect him to just go back to farming out his camps. There were some pings coming up towards topside Scuttle, but I even think had he just passed through mid, like you look at the state of top lane with Rich having Cryo, it would have been a very tall ask to look for in terms of trying to force your way into that top side. They might look for a Raptor camp here, though, and it looks like that's what Leyan will do, because Xiaolongbao only having top lane to play with. Rich still hasn't gotten the crash just yet, so you wouldn't really want to look for the rotation just yet.
But I like that Xiaolongbao is hovering on the outskirt of vision, spotted out by the plant, but for Rookie here with Flash, the threat's going to be great enough where Leyan has to back away after that. Rich, meanwhile, the camera pivots to the top side. Cube's doing pretty well in this matchup, and Rich is just getting auto-attacked down by another. It's about to go to Mega. 1, 2, and 3. The falls duet to save his life. And Cube It was kind of like how we started this game, except Cube this time stared at Rich.
Yeah, Cube coming in, pretty big Rich, you know, playing far forward in the lane when Xiaolongbao was there, but with them knowing where Leyan is, having to back off, and Cube using that window to find a pretty nice trade on him. Rich won't really lose out in terms of CS. Actually should probably still be ahead of Cube as Yuyanjia.
The Ignite goes down.
Flash.
Photic almost close to securing the kill. His flash now down. ppgod burning his own Ignite for it. And V5, despite the cleanse earlier in lane, now have themselves Xiaolongbao and an opportunity to bring back some gold.
Yeah, Xiaolongbao might find iBoy. iBoy has both summoners.
He has both summoners, but he's knocked up and wind becomes lightning. Audacious charge for the follow-up. Xiaolongbao whacks him down, and iBoy's not out in time. TP coming down as Leyan is now here to squeeze them out, but Rookie's in fog of war. Strive wants a gold card, but Rookie has a glacial path to get over the wall. They're walking into certain death. Flashes over. Rookie keeps him in place, and Leyan now with instant regret. He gets a spear back, which is great, but Yuyanjia just joined in the party. Leyan has to get away from the frozen thralls, and Rookie's influence once again making trumps.
V5 baiting them in RA, not expecting or maybe just even underappreciating how much Rookie can do on the roam with the Lissandra coming through. Xiaolongbao wanting to make his way down towards bottom lane after the heavy trading coming out onto iBoy. I love that he just walks up, doesn't need to blow his E too early. Looks like it might have even been on cooldown from when he did go over the wall.
Yeah.
But still has it for when the flash does come through from iBoy. And then, like you said, Rookie just being here, waiting in the wings. RA gets baited in instantly into the W, which guarantees the first kill from coming through. Yuyanjia does get here in time, which allows him to find one back, but he will still go down as well, especially as the passive damage from Rookie comes through.
He's got a kill now on this Lissandra. A couple of kills over to Xiaolongbao, but note that the good news will still be there for RA despite the kill trade being up in V5's favor, Lyric, because as Cube just tries to ulti Rich up at the top side, it's now a second kill onto Leyan. He is snowballing. He is moving to this out-of-control point with the Sork shoes picked up. I think it's worth mentioning that RA picking up this dragon too, tempo still seems to be somewhat in their favor.
And we've seen, right, in terms of like the mid-jungle, that our Leyan's like advantage that he's had over Xiaolongbao has so far at least outweighed the advantage that Rookie's had in the mid lane matchup, but might not matter right now as V5 angling for a dive, but Strive does have Destiny, and it looks like might be aware that it's towards top side.
But Rookie with Glacial Prison immediately. Look at that, Cube's already dead as he comes up to the top lane. Strive is now going to be turkey dinner. Rookie, the flash away from the jungler alongside his mid laner. All I can say is that these two as a duo are making magic happen across the rim.
Yeah, just beautiful synergy coming out from V5's mid and jungle. I'm surprised he didn't take more damage going for that dive, able to find two very easy kills. Their bot lane showing respect as well in the bottom lane, knowing like, hey, maybe if Leyan was playing on this side of the map, could look to counter jungle, could look to set up plays. They take away their own blue buff to make sure that doesn't go down, but Leyan going on a mission of his own. Yeah. Xiaolongbao's going to run into him.
The invade continuing on. I mean, no level 6 here for Xiaolongbao. Leyan 6 might not mean too much, as we know, as Nidalee players. As he eventually does get the camps, now has the Crescent card available, which is going to be huge, as Rookie doesn't really care that Leyan is in the mid lane, and will just continue to push out the Glacial Path, even taken. It's because the ward on the side brush there from Victory 5 spots Leyan moving to the spawning Rift Herald.
Yeah, and Rookie even just having the Lost Chapter in pocket, Merc treads as well. Really isn't too afraid of just forcing these heavy trades with Strive. But still, like you said, Leyan going to be on the Rift Herald, already bringing their support up. You can see V5 consciously giving this one over, so they're keeping both of their bot laners down to just try and whittle away some plates in the bottom lane. And maybe even just start moving Xiaolongbao and Rookie over here to set up for a potential dive if RA's bot lane looks to come back. But with Strive hovering around, don't think V5 should be able to aggress too much onto this bot lane.
At least get 2 plates at the end of the day as well. So Photic and ppgod sharing in that. And the gold lead in V5's favor by about 1.4k. And Lyric, I was going to kind of ask you here because we've been focusing a lot on the counterpunch from Xiaolongbao and Rookie. And we've been talking up Rookie because it's his debut back. And we've been hovering over Leyan and Xiaolongbao. He's deep in the enemy jungle by himself for the time being, as that ultimate still held onto. The smite heals him up quite a bit as well. Leyan trying to poke him down, and yeah, for now, I guess they're going to back out of the play as Leyan gets back his Krugs. Lyric, I was going to ask you, is top a concern as well? Do I have time to ask you?
Oh, I think 100%. I think the longer is... I'm going to pause as well. Looks like V5 shouldn't be able to find anything, right? But, I mean, Rich is so happy with this being left in an isolated 1v1, but Yuyanjia finds the Q.
Doesn't have ulti. Hostile takeover going to be cleansed away, so iBoy with the Fate's Call not to be used yet. Leyan even spotted out here, and Shalombow and Rookie continue to pivot down. A ward there spots it out, and RA back off as Rookie now moves back towards mid. Strive is in a bad position if he sticks around, so walking off to the side, and it looks like V5 will continue this mobility. And Lyric, I'll let you have a bit more time because, yeah, we haven't talked too much about Rich, and this Irelia pick into the Gnar has done pretty well historically too.
Yeah, I'll go back to the bot lane point just real quick about why Yuyanjia wasn't level 6, right? Because he roamed up towards mid and towards top for the Rift Herald, to where ppgod stayed in lane, so did get the lane experience, so that's why that disparity did come through. But for top lane, I mean, right, Irelia, you have gap closers, you have lockdown, Mini Gnar incredibly squishy. Mega Gnar, though, a completely different story.
It is, but the Vanguard's Edge is available for Rich. Pivoting around minions once again as Leyan still wants to hover in, but Rich is buying time with Shalombow near enough by. Photic, the camera pivots to the bottom side because iBoy's getting close. Our observers know. They can smell something fishy down in the bottom lane.
Yeah, they expect it to happen, but doesn't look like anything will come through. We actually have both teams posturing up towards the top side right now, with both supports already being here. Looks like they want to capitalize on all the aggression coming out in top lane.
Destiny going to be used. It's going to be a numbers disadvantage as Strive comes in, but look at the damage from Rich. The Vanguard's Edge did it all as Mega Gnar's about to come back up, but the ulti's already gone. Rich flashes in for it. He'll die with the turret under him as Curse of the Sad Mummy disengages, but Rookie with the Glacial Path threatens further. And victory 5.
Oh, wait.
It's just star talent.
And wait, Photic also died. How was that a 2 for 2? But V5 find a huge play in the top side, but iBoy able to equalize in bot lane. Looks like he had to use his flash to find the kill. So, again, what would have been just a win for V5 in terms of finding a 1 for 2 in top side, kind of evened out by iBoy with his nice play in bot.
So maybe the star talent on both sides. I mean, iBoy was EDG's AD carry for a good portion as we look at top again, and Rich's ult hits the perfect mark.
Yeah, it was so clean coming in onto both members, able to guarantee for those Qs to just continuously bring the members of RA down. Shalombow able to guarantee the knockup as well to make sure they find it. And then Yuyanjia locks people down, make sure another kill doesn't come forward. But we're going to see here what actually happened in the bot lane. Ooh, Photic getting slowed.
Oh,
not really landing into this damage. And iBoy, my God, beautiful flash. Photic wasn't able to connect anything. iBoy was just dancing around it. But wait, what?
Okay, now he gets to run down Yuyanjia. So that feels good.
Yeah, we're apparently back. We're apparently back in it. Oh, iBoy, you don't have summoners up anymore, my dude.
And Photic has the perfect weapons as well. The range enough. Shalombow comes in for the kill still, but just to secure the icing on top.
You should at least give Photic the mental win in terms of finding the kill back on the guy that just solo killed him. But you know what? We'll take those. V5 up 3k gold. The Herald is coming out of the enemy base, though, but V5 going to keep extending this gold lead. You look at topside, Rich having a fine time in the 1v1, actually forced the cube out of lane to go farm his Gromp. Rookie going to make his way down towards spot, and Strive still no Destiny up for what looks like about 15 to 20 seconds.
This Herald's going to get taken down as well, isn't it, Lyric? I mean, Yuyanjia can't stop this. The eye exposed, turret goes down anyway, and Photic's going to be able to do the damage, so really unfortunate when you consider this game started with Leyan getting back in Shalombow's jungle with the Strive flash not meaning too much. Lyric, it continues to go downhill as we're looking at what happened at the bottom side with Dragon started up and a response play while we're in the replay.
Oh, and we could see a big difference being the fact that Rich just making his way straight down towards Dragon. And after those earlier kills being pretty big, able to get a lot of damage off. Leyan being chunked out from the Dragon, damage that he'd taken. Photic able to flash in and get that damage. Means that they're able to chase down those easy, what would have been 3 kills if the replay kept going.
Yeah. 5k gold lead for V5, 4 bounties on this team as well. RA trying to be cheeky with a brush play. But the problem is, Rookie's here, and as they go for Shalombow, Yuyanjia, they're hoping that the Destiny does something. As the 3-man Curse of Sad Mummy with the Fate's Call, hostile takeover. The response decent, but for RA, they need a kill. But Rookie's, he goes into Glacial Prison, and Shalombow heals on up. Still, V5 have the angle with Photic now coming in red hot with an ulti and a blast cone that betrays Strive. ppgod, you cheeky devil, with the double P in the bottom lane. Photic now shining up as the ulti comes through. Leyan goes golden, but Photic over the wall wants that Q. Gravitum meets its mark, and victory
it's solo
5.
kill.
Meanwhile, on the top side, Rich does it again. This team is exemplified mojo.
They are dismantling RA all over the map. You saw it almost worked out for RA's favor in bottom lane because they had Strive with this Destiny, so they technically had numbers advantage. But once Photic got to the fight, it all flipped on its head. You asked me earlier if this top lane would eventually be a problem. The answer was yes, and we are starting to see that here now that Blade of the Rune King's picked up. His call now finished as well, so probably sitting on a decent amount of gold. And Rich going in, not even locked down for all too long, follows him with the Q, lands the E to guarantee another stack of the Q able to come through, Vanguard's edge, and just maximizing the damage potential able to come out.
Dude, I love this team. What more can I say? You know, for a lot of fans out there, might be biased, but hey, with V5 going up against RA, it's so one-sided. And I think as LPL casters, the benefit we have with our English broadcast is being real. And being real with the state of V5 right now, not just sitting here and going, oh, this team's good because it's against RA, is the consistency we see against the top teams as well. It's just that individual talent. And now that Rookie's back as well, Lyric, like Rich was already playing well. Zhao on Bao looks as good as Karsa in his own way. Photic and ppgod are just styling too. This team is so much fun to watch to cast, and it's no wonder that we keep praising them.
And it's a great way to where we're going into tomorrow, and if out there you don't know, there's no LPL on tomorrow. Ending off on Rookie's, first game of summer as they go for the kill.
Okay, well,
they find the kill. Ending off on Rookie's, re-debut back into the LPL. V5 stomping is a great way to go into the one-day break, and then we come back in the weekend, and guess what? V5 play against EDG. We'll have a real showdown of some top teams. You'll be there. I sadly won't be there, but I'll be there in spirit.
I'm casting that, am I?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I am too with
Oh,
Dagger.
Strive.
Yeah, Rich is 1v2. Remember the Placidium for a moment as 5th kill comes in. I'm looking forward to it, Lyric, because this looks way too easy. ppgod sending out iBoy, and Karsa's Sad Mummy comes through, but Yuyanjia right now relying on his AD Fate's call to get him out because iBoy is dead again. This is going from bad to worse, and Lyric, I need to start talking about our quickest game of the split because V5 are ramping this up so fast that our 21-minute game banger that came through before might be beaten by this game too.
Yeah, V5 are just keeping their foot on the gas pedal. Are going to back off in the end and not overgreed for an inhibitor, knowing that death timers aren't all too long right now. They are just going to go for Dragon.
I need to come in and tell you. I was like, man, but who said it? I looked it up. It was V5 versus WE that set the fastest game of the split by 3 minutes. And right now, they're looking to beat their own record. As we look at the replay again, I mean, what more do you say rather than Rich just tackling on the world with this Fed Irelia?
Yeah, beautiful W coming out from him into the E to guarantee the stun and keep going forward. And then ppgod catching out iBoy, forcing Yuyanjia to come in, buy a bit of space for him, but doesn't stop Rookie when he has flash to generate another kill and to make sure they're able to push down that mid lane inhibitor turret. And I mean, we look across the board, Cube still doesn't have his mythic. Rich sitting on 2 full items completed. Bot lane as well. We have Collector coming out for Photic to where iBoy has like the Rage Knife sitting there, but still only a cheap component as compared to 2 full items. And we've just gotten back to a place where V5 are just so big, it feels like you can play as aggressive in your face, greedy, and they'll still be able to win. Heck, I mean, we just saw Rich 1v2, right? And it's only going to get worse now that he's picked up the Blade of the Rune King, sitting on an extra longsword as well. You still have TPs up on both your soul laners as well to react to plays anywhere on the map.
We might see one come out as well because V5 are putting themselves in the driver's foot once again. Moving around this jungle, owning it as RA group up themselves. Lyric, I was also going to say to you, it's crazy that this game has snowballed in this way too, because we talked a lot about RA needing to do just that, needing to get this Nidalee, this Kalista off the ground, and they're not able to as Destiny's using the backside. Strive wants the angle. This is going to be the Hail Mary, but V5 just go forward onto Cube as a 3-man ultimate
Double
from
TP.
the Amumu, but Yuyanjia is going to die down. Rookie locks down the AD carry. And Victory 5, Lyric, I asked you before, are they going to beat their record right now in the base? Looking to beat 21-25. It's the fastest game of the split. They're looking for Leyan for kills. They don't even care about ending the game.
No, they should be able to find it. Maybe I spoke too soon, Leyan. Yeah, they're not even going to try. They're just going to go for the inhibitors in RA's base. They have a wave coming up through mid as well, but look at that timers. Cube's coming up in 2 seconds. iBoy coming up in 3. Doesn't look like V5 are going to stick around. And V5 potentially maybe not able to beat that record, but in spirit, it feels like it's already broken as we're at a 12K gold lead before 20 minutes.
Yeah, like this has just been V5's again from start to now. We've got 20 kills by V5 as well. The bloodthirsty continues. As we look at a replay at this point, it just feels sad to look at replays considering how easy it looks.
Yeah, we see them going for the dive. They're not too afraid of any flanks coming through because they had the TPs ready to be channeled. Yuyanjia trying to buy some space, ends up going down as well, and then Shaolin Bao able to follow through with the W to just keep aggressing forward. So even getting to see the benefit of both the soul laners having the TPs to force that play. And look at the minimap. They're on Baron.
Oh, okay. Well, we just spawned and Photic gets perfect guns for it. Surprise, surprise at RA. Need to contest this, but how they get out on the map, no one knows, as Leyan is thrift shopping down on the bottom side. It's going to be Wolves at the very least, but Baron picked up on spawn, and Victory 5 now have an easier way to enter the base.
And, I mean, with having one inhibitor already down, you don't have a turret in mid, they should very easily be able to open up that one. Doesn't look like V5 are even going to pay any mind to, you know, maybe setting up a bot wave and just trying to break open all the base. They're just going to look to aggress, hopefully find picks now, and be able to end the game.
Well, they do have 15 seconds to break the record, but even if they don't, they'll have the second fastest game under their wing as Rich gets stunned down again, and Strive doesn't get to play a Twisted game as Photic's by himself, taken on the army, bailed out, but will he respawn? Not in the nick of time. Victory 5 searching for the last 2 kills to demoralize Rare Adam. Rare Acrobats, we called them, but they're nowhere near the pole vault at this point as Rookie's going to die, but he's had a great return to League of Legends for the summer split. V5 are going to continue to be undefeated. 7-0, Rookie returns, and everyone on this team gets an MVP vote from me.
I love that Rookie was like, I could end this game without deaths, but then that is too much pressure. I need to go the whole split of being like, yo, this guy still hasn't died yet, gives it up, still finds the win, and V5, like you said, cruising themselves to another very fast, very dominant win. Rookie being gone for 4 weeks, they have not lost a beat.
Yeah.
And I'm just excited. I'm excited to watch this team going forward. I'm excited for watching this team play up against EDG this weekend. And I mean, doesn't feel like we've really anywhere to go but up for V5, which is crazy because V5 are undefeated. Therefore, they're at the top. Therefore, there actually is nowhere. There's nowhere up to go. They are the top. They are the up.
We are getting to the point where V5, Lyric, maybe by end of week 6, they might actually secure playoffs because the middle of our pack right now is close with 2-4, 3-4, 4-4. Yes, we have a lot more games to play, but if V5 is staring down the barrel of, 9-0, 10-0, we know that that is a safety mark, whether it locks in statistically in the league or not.
It might not officially lock them in, but if they hit the 10 wins, we know they're there.
And we know they're going to hit 10 wins, right? There is nothing that devastating that's going to turn this team around.
Okay, Hysterics, lock them in right now.
All right.
Sign them up.
I'll put them in. V5 are in. Top esports probably close to being in. The tippy top of our standings right now. That's what I always look forward to in summer. And V5 are putting on a really good case for a first or second seed heading towards Worlds. I'm thinking that far ahead right now, Lyric, because, dude, I mean, what can you fault with this team? Like, where do you start?
You know what's also great? So you just hit on V5, TS, two of our top teams. Actually, I believe